Alright, we're back doing our traditional last day muzzleloader drives here on public land. And should be fun. We got about the same size crew as last year. John's not here right now, but he's going to meet up with us later. He's got some puppy things to handle. And yeah, first light, going in for the first drive. We're all going to go sit. We typically kick a bunch of deer out of this first drive every year. So I think we're kind of going to do the same patterns as normal years. We're going to push this side of the road, and then we're going to do this side of the road. Got a lot of guns this year. Should be, and there's a lot of guns and low standards.
We'll probably be set up in about less than 10 minutes. And I'm just going to send the mass techs out, and those guys will be lining up right now. We'll blow right through this thing. So, all right.
So you want us to walk this way a little bit?
Yeah.
Spot to stay?
Yep. So we'll go down them, like right around that, like about where that bearing tree is.
Yep.
And then just find a spot within 50 yards of this spot here, so you have a good sense of awareness. Almost every good buck we've pushed out here has come out in this corner.
Want him to sit here?
No, because we'll go down. Well,
well, every time me and John come in, we're always set up down there.
Yeah.
And the deer always come from down.
Yeah.
And they come right towards us that way.
When Scotty shot that 8-point here a couple years ago, it came out here. He shot it right here on the public. It still hooked around and went down through there. And it's hard because it dips so much to where you could have a person every 50 yards, and each person's on a different ridge. Yeah. We're going to cover the primary areas and just see, if that's enough, and the other thing is, like, it's loud, so those deer know we're here already today. It's just what they do when they get up. So.
So they're going down to their spot. You probably heard them talking about it, but right here is where tendon, like the last 2 years, the nice buck has popped down. Either right here on the private line above us. So we can't shoot anything to our right, but everything to our left is great for shots. And they're going to be over the next ridge, so I don't have to worry about anybody. So hopefully right here they pop back out. And then if they do pop out above us, we'll just watch them go by, and hopefully they wrap and go back into public where I can get a shot before they go over the hill.
All right, we're all set down here on the bottom now.
I heard something. I heard something. I heard something break down this way. She's down right there. Let's go. She was close.
Yeah, dude.
Well, Cody just shot that giant fawn. It was up on the private over here and made her wait till she got real tight and crossed the line, and then she ran out and died right here.
And she died on public too.
Yeah, we got lucky that she didn't run back that way. I can't believe it got back up though.
Frontal.
I know.
Frontal shot.
I thought I heard a branch break down this way right before you shot.
And that's why we come prepared with 2 muzzleloaders. Look at that switch.
Double barrel muzzleloader.
That's an easy one to carry out though.
Heck yeah, dude.
It'd be sweet if another doe came running down there, because I wouldn't mind. I mean, I guess it'd be sweeter if a big buck came down there, but a deer is all I need. I ain't picky.
Neither am I.
I guess so. Tender. Loins.
2 public land deer.
Yeah. I hear something. It's a buck. Is it? Sure. I'll be right. You still see it? So.
And you did have a bullet in, right? Did you spit in the barrel to lube it up before you shoved it down there? Well, good thing that it was a coyote at least, you know.
Powder's gotta be holes. I thought he came through it. I thought I saw 2 holes on him. I thought it was a spiker.
Did you see a deer too? No, it was just a coyote, yeah.
When he came through it.
I mean, I wasn't going to shoot a spike, but I was at least in position for whatever would come through. Listen. Oh, wait, what is it? It's a... Make sure it's not a buck.
Matt.
Boom,
shakalaka.
There's another one behind it. Oh, there it's gone. That was a buck behind it. Okay. I'm watching the buck. I see it. Alright, so we got a nice doe down here, deep on some public land here. Right at the end of the drive, I think they were already out of the main push, and she came through with a smaller, I think about 6-point behind her, and they stopped for about 5 minutes over there in the brush, and I could just see them, and Bob couldn't. And then I think about the time, probably when the drivers came crunching out of the main core of the drive, they heard that and started coming right this way, and Bob was able to put a good shot on her and put her right down in her tracks. We had a coyote come out a little bit earlier, and he had I think a misfire. It looked like a flamethrower when his gun went off, and it didn't look like anything made it anywhere near the coyote. That thing circled around. I tried to get a chance to shoot at it too, but it was a little too quick and a little too far. So, but we had 3 standers on this drive, killed 2 does. That's a good day by anyone's standard. So, last day of regular muzzleloader season 2020.
That's the end of her first drive. Another shot ripped right a little bit ago, right below us. So.
Yeah, probably 200 inches or so. Odds are.
Alright, and then I'm gonna take her to down and pack her out. Giving her a backpack.
The old plateau pack. Wait, no, is that the plateau? What is that?
No, this one's the
Plateau's the other one.
I don't know what this one is.
That one's the meat shelf pack.
This one's a frame pack. Let's see what I can do here.
Booyah! I should have walked out with you guys.
Then All right,
I'm assuming Bill is set. If Scotty, Bob, and Will are both. Well, I don't know.
All right. All right. Well, let's
Pick
go.
'em up if you find 'em
Let's
out
go.
in the
So
brush.
camera, and then you guys are going up to that
Take the
trail,
edge down,
follow it in, and just
get away
get
from the
500
cabin.
feet from the cabin on the crest of the hill. And the rest of us
We're
will
pushing that bottom field first. I'm leaving my gun in the truck.
Oh, I'm gonna leave mine in the truck too. Yeah, this will be like when a giant buck jumped up, just tangled in the brush right in front of us. So
I wouldn't shoot it anyway.
Greg got his first deer, and it was with his bare hands.
You got a bandana.
They like to either run this or they just head out at the bottom. Yeah. So they say we're just gonna have both of us posted along this ridge. Was that sort of plan?
Like this. That's number 5 in my freezer. I'm pretty well set.
Yeah, I might just, I don't know, I might just post like right at this little break in case, you know, I follow that gradual. Where are you going to host? Oh, I think you're gonna roll.
I'm filming you, right?
Stay together.
Yeah, I'll just film him.
Alright, it might be a little foggy, but we're pushing all this stuff back. Just heard a shot rip, so hopefully someone got one. Somebody texted, I don't know the numbers yet, but somebody texted in the group chat that a buck and 2 does were coming out, so. And we're pushing this thick stuff here. I kind of worked out to where it's a little thinner so I can see because I'm carrying a gun, they're not. So I'm just gonna work right down this power line. All this thick, nasty stuff to my right. I was walking through this stuff and I just kicked a deer up right here. Right up in there. I couldn't see it, but it headed right towards people, so hopefully there's a gunshot here soon.
Can we get the second one back? I'm on that back one, bigger one. Right here, right here. Come over here.
I saw one go up the hill. That's what I looked at.
Oh,
I don't know how they got past.
yeah.
Down there. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. Coming up to the right. Over there in the brush. I see it, yeah. Oh, a couple of them. They should get. Hopefully there's somebody coming across. I don't know. Yeah, so they're going up into the pushers. Hopefully they send them back down.
They might be running all over the place, but man, we didn't do a great job of corralling them on this drive. It just
I don't know if he was practicing CDM down there, but
so 5 it crossed the road up there too. I know because one of the guys that's joining us, but he doesn't have any tags. He's he was an observer on this hunt.
Well, yeah, that's why Cody should have
No,
came and
that's
filmed me
what
down
like
there.
I was like I
'cause
got
would've
down
done
there,
that.
we lined everybody up. I'm like, where's Bob? So
he's down there directing traffic. He's like, oh, 3 coming across, 2 coming
yeah,
up.
and then 5 went out at least on the other side because the guy that was joining up late there.
You see a buck? Who's saw
So there was a
bucks?
nice buck kind of running around down there, and Will missed it. And then it came out, and Bob could see it bobbing through the brush, but I believe it ended up kicking eventually back in. I think like a 2.5-year-old. It was like one that had like a decent rack, but not a lot of points, but a good public land deer. And so, but yeah, let's go and do that. Now that we've restocked the conservancy, there's probably more deer in here now than there were when we started the drive.
So we just need one more shooter.
Okay. So we need one more shooter.
Will's gonna go to the corner.
You saying me and Cody are going down somewhere in there?
So you guys could do that, and then what if you did that?
We can put Trent
Ethan
down
at?
there.
Where do Ethan go? If we do that, Ethan would go up to the. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Get
Let's
Bob
do it
over there.
today.
Yeah.
We sure we don't want him standing in the best spot?
That's a good coyote spot down here. We'll
really
move
wants
some
to get a
coyotes.
coyote
So.
today.
Dude, my son go wild, you know?
This is the spot.
So what are we doing?
So, we're down on a different piece here, doing another drive. Actually, me and Brett were standing right here during gun season when we did some drives during doe weekend. But there's a nice crossing going across this ditch through these woods up in front of us about 40 yards. And then the hill kind of drops off behind us as well. I'm expecting the drivers coming from uphill through a bunch of thick, expecting deer to come down into this timber and potentially cross this ditch bottom here in front of us. So it'll probably be a bit before drivers get down to us. But they tend to push quite a few on this drive. Feel pretty good about it. We're in the same area. Jake missed a doe on those drives he missed a buck on those drives during doe weekend as well. So hopefully someone can get eyes on a big buck today. That'd be nice. I'm looking for brown.
Same standard as me.
I'm hungry. Just heard a shot up the hill. Must have started moving deer up there. So it's a good sign. Hopefully some trickle down through here. No, there's no one coming. There's a bunch of them.
Go ahead if you got him. There. It's a buck. Good buck. Big buck. It's a big buck. Back one. Get ready. They're coming right to us. There's a front one's a little buck. Back one's a big buck. It's walking. Yep. It's a big, good buck. Middle one. If you can get one. I can get a shot. I have a shot. Go ahead.
Ready. Damn, I smell
I
him.
shot him the whole time, dude.
I almost stood at this tree, dude. I was about to shoot him in the neck.
The big one?
Yeah.
He was big.
I thought we were gonna get him for sure. I just need him to come up here. I should have been staying. Look at my shot's better right here anyway. I should have been staying right here. Son of a gun.
Our wind blew him.
They were gonna come right here too. Maybe that's one of them.
I hope so. They might come right back down to us.
I got the hammer back.
Please
Image. Someone found a shed.
Or I hope that was him.
Spooked. And I was looking. All of a sudden I see more deer running. And they ran up here and Cody's like, there's a good buck. And they stood right there.
I had a wide open
And
shot.
I should have been standing right where you are right now because I could shoot down here so and I could shoot over there.
Yeah, hopefully you can hit him.
But-
It's the same buck.
Good buck.
Because it went.
He said a good buck. He shot at it. He didn't know if
It went. But when I was standing there, it stopped right before it got to these opening.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it and Cody's like, and they were getting weird.
Yeah.
And I could see the white on his neck and I was putting my crosshairs on to shoot and they took off.
I
And
had
they
a
ran
clear
up with
shot
that.
through these trees like 5 different times. And I just see Rack walking through them like, dude,
Probably
this is a nice buck.
115 inch buck. It's a pretty
Yeah,
good one.
that's I think it's probably the one that Jake shot at. Like I think he's living here. I'm hoping.
See this see that dead pine tree that's leaning? He was behind that. And I was like,
He was right there. I mean, and there was a little 8, a big 8, and then a spike.
I wonder if I should have went just stepped over here and shot.
That's fine. That's sort of the thing. It's like,
I mean, I was sitting like
They
this.
never looked at us. They never knew we were here. They just kind of
well,
got
that's
funky.
why. Yeah, it's nice because there's people pushing through up there. I'm sure they heard the shot. They probably were on that little side over in there. But do you get good footage of him?
I couldn't see his body.
did.
All I could see was his freaking, like, his face, and I didn't want to shoot him in the face. And then when I leaned like this, I could see his neck. All right, I just showed up late to the Muzzy Drive Fest. Showed up just in time to hear some gunshots. Sounds like they got some deer down, so or at least one deer down, maybe another. So I'm walking down now to help drag. Had to miss the first leg of the drives. Had to take them stinking puppies to the vet. So here now, and got some blood on the ground. So let's go see what we can drag out of here.
Need a relief hitter?
What's going on, buddy?
This is your good spot, huh? Good to see you. You need a hand?
Good for a walk. Yeah.
Here, I can take her for a bit.
Let's go. That's awesome. Yeah. So that's the buck we filmed.
All right, so that you rolling? Yeah. So that buck that I just screwed up on, thankfully, ran up to Ethan and he hit it. We weren't sure if he got it or not. We just found it, so we're gonna walk in now. Go get a look at the buck I screwed up on. I'm just glad he got shot.
Yeah, I'm glad he got shot. We got footage of him before he died, at least.
I had him at 350-yard stand in there. I think
Really?
he shot him.
Dude, congrats.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. And Ethan said he was tracking you while coming up.
Neck
to him.
shot him?
Yeah.
Or is that a?
Yeah, no, it's an old wound. This
Cody
year.
saw that one.
I saw it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we had it on the front one. He was like, I mean, he was watching. I think he was watching Mattering, or at least where you would come up.
You know what that is?
Is that Jake?
That's Jake's shot. I guarantee it.
Oh,
That is Jake's shot. I would
It's on the
bet you.
same side too.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet you that's Jake. Send a picture to Jake.
Yeah.
He finished the job.
I want to see where I can
Man, yeah,
It's like
because it was facing him, and like, so I tracked it off. It was exactly 50 yards. I'm like, and I mean, like, I had
That's a heck of a shot.
right up the tube in the front. Yeah, so just dumped it right up in the. Man.
Don't
Yeah.
pull them antlers off.
Yeah, seriously.
that's awesome.
Yeah, man.
That's what
Can't
it's all
ask more
about.
than that on the
He
last
didn't
day of
dro- he
muzzleloader
didn't-
season.
Not a drop of blood until right there. And then I'm like, man, that kind of looks like something was dozing right there. And then I just see red.
Awesome.
He's taking the
man.
long dose right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's taking
I
a
mean,
long
you know,
time.
like,
We were just sitting there and we saw, he's like, there's a buck right there, or there's a deer right there. And I'm like, oh, and I zoomed in. And then he just started walking right at us just to come down that trail, like perfect. And then all of a sudden, like a sixth sense, they just turned and boogered. And I said, they're coming towards you. I don't know.
Got the cleanup hitter up here in the gut.
well, as soon as like, well, I was like, I'm glad it went by Ethan because I know like he's a killer. Not that we all don't have other good shots here, but I was like, man, I'm glad Ethan shot at that one because
Holy cow.
it was nice.
He was coming up this laneway, or I had actually looked down the hill and I'm like, man, that looks a lot like a beam of a buck sticking out behind that tree. I'm like, it is. And he comes up the hill and he got on I had like one gap, probably 4 or 5 foot wide, and he's coming straight up it. And I'm like, he's going to be right in my lap. But facing me, I'm like, I'm going to have to shoot him because if he takes one step out either side, he's gone.
I'm glad you made that decision.
We've seen this before.
We've had problems.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Yeah, Ethan, he came up. I'd seen the 3 deer come up, and Cody's like, they were gonna come right into an opening. Cody comes, there's a big one, and I could see that rat coming through, and I got on him, and Cody could have shot him. I should have been standing at the tree he was at.
Yeah.
Because Cody could have shot him, and then I saw him. I couldn't see his body. I could see his head, and his head was sticking out, and I had my crosshairs right on his white patch. I was about to squeeze off, and he ran.
Where did he come from? Down here?
He came from that. They
Oh,
ran
that
along.
side.
So there was a little 8-point, there was him, and then a spike.
I heard
yeah.
I could hear another deer
You
take
guys
off.
bumped another one past
I'm glad
us
I
down
didn't
there, like a
try to
foot.
shoot it at
Bob
his neck
got
too,
some
because who
up
knows
right
what would
away.
have done if
I
I
will
missed.
say I
Like,
didn't
it was
get a deer up.
blowout
Yeah.
shot, but it was all I had. I was about to get ready to
I
shoot
told
him.
Tucker, I'm like, man, I don't think he could have been 50,
Yeah.
60
So
yards.
like Ethan made me go like walk to where he was. He directed me. I looked back. I'm like, there's no way he missed this shot. It's like It was just right down a deer trail up and down the
He
tube.
probably got it all.
Oh yeah, it's like pussy. Or
It's probably
and
Jake's
that's the other
shot.
side.
Yeah.
That's where he got hit, right? If you flip him over. I think
no,
that's his.
no, it's
That's
just
not
up
what
here.
it is. Yeah.
I mean, he's
I bet that Jake
skinned his neck.
I bet that was Jake's shot.
yeah.
Because it's like
good chance.
Yeah, we think Jake gave him a haircut.
Dang. Hell yeah.
Take that.
Dude, that's awesome. Public land deer, man. So, and Matt will be able to send you the pictures.
Yeah,
now
you can tell
I'm
Jake.
basking in
There you are to clean up his
Right. Jake, I need a hand.
Play that clip now.
That's the one I've been hunting, and that's the one that that's the one that we were after today.
What did I just tell you? I'm like, I've never shot a buck with my muzzle.
I got
That'd be
good clips of it before he died.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome. They have like good footage of him down on the
Yeah, we got
bottom.
good footage
Just
of him.
not
Really?
good
I'm like,
shot.
he's going right towards Ethan. Hopefully he makes it to him before he crosses, and then boom!
Well, then I was worried because you said big one, but I'm like, is it a big doe or is it a big buck? Then when Ethan said shot at him, and I was like, all right, like I like that. I like that. With DC's guys, that was my favorite line. He's like, well, it's been a long time since I've seen a crew this big.
Cleaning up our public lands more than one way.
Oh yeah.
That slot can eat its heart out.
There. Now ratchet him.
Matt told me to bring a slot.
You get up, I'll hit you. You want to go rear legs first or go right up?
These up.
What's going on here?
Gotta feed the minions.
From that end.
Yep.
Standers down here.
Yep.
I want to do that.
Really?
I want to do that drive that we did last year, where Kyle shot that one and it ran on private.
Right there.
Yeah, it's right
that's
around the
what
corner.
we're doing next.
That's
We're
a
doing
nice.
it
That is.
because
We saw a lot of freaking deer on that drive.
Yeah, and then Adam shot that button buck that got stuck in the fence.
Yep.
With the snow on, I would
There
think
was a couple decent bucks in there too.
Yeah, a couple bucks came out of that last one.
I
too,
got
right?
glimpses of them. I never got a good. They came out through the pasture on the back side or whatever.
Yeah, the guy that was with Scotty Bob
Yeah.
was up there and said he never saw him.
Alright, we just got set up for drive number 4. Yeah, my first drive of the day. Spent some time with Ethan. He shot a nice buck, so that's awesome. This is a good one. This is where we pushed out a really big buck last year.
I'd push up further, but I think it's only going to get lower. We're going to lose our visual.
So there's another line of guys standing further that way.
They're going to be coming at us. We're going down, and then the next drive is on the other side.
Okay, so we're the first line of standers.
Pretty much, yep. I'm Kyle, by the way.
Hunter.
Hunter, nice to meet you, man.
Right out back. It was just going ahead of me.
There's a woodcock trail we mowed in here. They could get on that. You might have a clear shot. I made it pretty wavy line.
Did you say a
woodcock trail?
How far do we have to be before we
They
can
like
shoot?
trails to walk on.
Are you serious? What are you saying?
That's for the earthworm. It promotes the earthworm growth for the woodcock to eat.
So how far down do we have to be to shoot?
You're probably
All
gonna
of
have to get out. No, it gets.
You can't see the house.
All right, that's gonna wrap up. We're gonna do one more round of this for our holiday hunt. Starts after Christmas. We ended up with what, 4 does?
3 does and a buck.
3 does and a nice buck. It's actually the buck that Jake missed on the last video when we were doing during Doe Fest weekend. So really nice buck. He actually skimmed the top of its neck, and Ethan shot it. So if you like the content, please like and subscribe. And we appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Drives. Brett's out in Iowa. We still got some deer hunting left here in the Northeast. So thanks for watching.